Last season, I made a video and I said this was the best search bait in spring. I was wrong. I've been fishing spinnerbait wrong, and so have you. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? We're currently out here throwing a spinnerbait. I want to talk to you about why you've been doing it wrong, why I've been doing it wrong. I throw spinnerbait a lot. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, it's one of my favorite lures to throw, if not my favorite lure to throw. The only problem is the catch rate's not as high as I would like it to be. I don't think fishing it the way I'm fishing it right now, just along the bank, searching for fish, is really the best option. I think if you're going to throw a spinnerbait, you should be targeting specific cover laydowns, like this log right here and coming across the edge where they're hanging out. I think if you're going to be searching for other baits, square bills are probably more useful. I kind of think of it more like a shaky head, whereas, I'm not going to throw it and then I'm going to see one particular thing and then I'm going to throw it. Or if you get into some cypress trees or trees in general, lay down and stuff like that, you target very particular pieces of cover. I threw a spinnerbait a lot last year, and after not cashing a check all season and still somehow squeezing out regionals, I realized that every fish I caught on a spinnerbait came off of a very, very particular piece of cover. Like, we'd be going down the bank, as you know, fishing out the back of the boats, co-angler, going down the bank, and I'm throwing it at anything and everything. And every fish I caught on a spinnerbait came off of a laydown that a boater missed, or way back in some lily pads or grass or whatever it was. Very particular pieces of structure, as opposed to just randomly fishing it along the bank. These laydowns and trees like this is what you should be targeting with the spinnerbait. This is where I would say 90% of my bites came from last season. But a lot of times fish will hang out on the edge and people flip a jig to them and flip a Texas rig in there. But they don't ever see anything that really looks like a shad or a bluegill, which you can get with the spinnerbait. And the accent fishing spinnerbait that I pretty much only throw comes through wood really, really well. So unless you're setting a hook on the tree itself, you don't have to worry too much about getting hung up. I'm not saying you can't randomly catch a spinnerbait fish in the back of a pocket or a shallow creek or ditch or something, especially if you have a shad spawn going on, or maybe a windy day where the shad are pulling back up against the banks. I'm just saying, if you're a tournament angler like I am and you're really trying to optimize the little amount of time that you have, you should be throwing a spinnerbait at specific pieces of cover, like a laydown or a little rock point or something that comes out, something that the fish can actually hang out on. And especially when you're looking at like a Phoenix Series BFL or something like that, where there's 100 boats, 120 boats, and you already know that everybody's coming through there throwing a Texas rig and a jig and a drop shot. Throw a spinnerbait, something different, something they don't see all the time. I guarantee you'll catch more fish. So for the gear, spinnerbait, typically I'm throwing an accident fishing spinnerbait, something like the Spring Ding, either 3/8 or half ounce, typically half ounce, because fishing as a co-angler, you want it to get down faster than your boaters is. 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon. I think this is Youre, whatever you guys want to throw, really. Throw it on a 6/8 medium heavy 6-kilo chopper. This thing is fantastic, especially if you're throwing it all day. It takes a lot of the weight out of your shoulder. Throwing it on a 7-speed 6-kilo Cyclone. You can throw it on a 6-speed. It's just easier for me to slow down than it is to speed up. That's why I went to 7. I can still slow roll it if I need to. I went 6/8 as opposed to something 7-foot or more, because 6/8 is more accurate as opposed to further distance. So when I'm fishing a spinnerbait on very particular pieces of cover, as a co-angler, it's easier to hit, right between two limbs, get it right where I want it to be, and catch those fish that my boater is missing. Now for trailers, whatever you guys really want, I have a Exo Swim 4-inch on there. Again, Exo Swim, anything green pumpkin, shad, white, whatever. You can also throw like a fluke or any other kind of trailer. Doesn't really matter. You can also throw with no trailer if you're going for a little more finesse style look. And then also if you want to go like super finesse, don't count out the little quarter-ounce spinnerbaits, whether you're crappie fishing, bass fishing, or whatever. They actually catch a lot of fish. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching.